Greetings, Commanders. Rocket here with RPG Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Watch Your Realms video showcasing Abyss, 35k chest, no Wukong, no Kigiri, and no Diao-chan. Um, if you guys like these videos, please throw me a thumbs up. That way I know to keep making more content like this. That'd be much appreciated. There's a few things I'd like to go over before we start the run. Awakenings, Nastia's A3, Numera's A4, Foreign's A1, Narissa's A1, and both Morden and Salazar are also A1. I'm running Nastia in Hell's Lament. You could run her in a Cataclysm. As long as the ESO ring, as long as her ult's coming back fast enough that she keeps that magic res uptime. Other than that, the healers are all in Invig, and Tordor is in a half decent Unshaken Will. Alright, let's get into it. I start by throwing Morden out first, followed by Narissa, because I want Morden to keep Narissa's inspiration for when he's jumping around to the other platform tiles. That way, everybody else, excluding Vorn, is under Dolores inspiration. I place all 3 physical damage dealers down first, followed by the healers to give them all inspiration, followed by Vorn to give them all shield break, because obviously the physical damage is weaker in this team. Morden's alt timing, I wait until the big stomp that stuns to proc his alt, and that seems to just line up with the timing as far as him maximizing his damage to the shield as well as in the weakened state. Yeah, we could see the damage on the right hand side there. Morden does put out a decent amount of damage when he has Nurse's inspiration. If he was A3, he would do a significantly more damage. And I believe he's getting a buff here soon too, so that'll be interesting. Maybe I can get the 3rd physical shield down when that happens. Well, we'll have to see. Time will tell. Yeah, I'm trying to proc Numera's alt. You'll see me proccing her alt during the physical state, and that's because her A3 it gives 5% magic res, stacking up to 5 times every time her alt is cast. So I'm just trying to proc it as much as possible in order to boost the damage that she does in the weakened state as soon as possible, because she is the main damage dealer here. Another thing I'd like to mention is the healer gear that I was using. I had to do a lot of augmentating and forging and whatnot for the healers, especially Aelin. At first I was running her in a tumultuous horn so that I could proc her alt right away at the beginning of the fight to keep everybody alive, but that just wasn't working out for the rest of the fight because everybody was just dying. So I wanted to run her in I believe it's the Taya's Balm, The artifact at max upgrades, it gives a 50% healing multiplier bonus to heroes with less than 40% HP, and it just synergizes with the best really well. It allowed me to keep the team alive um, until that third physical shield, and that was a big problem before. Now the problem is I can't break the last physical shield. I get about halfway down, so you'll see what I do shortly here when that time comes. Now, yeah, when the magical phase here first kicks off, I like to proc Numera's ult. That way she gets at least one more ult before the weakened state, and then one after that as well. That's very important to maximize her damage. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the delusion. You guys probably mostly of you know the Salazar strat where you proc his ult just before that deluge, that first deluge hits, and he works the same way as Kigiri in that spot, just nowhere near the damage. And you'll also see me casting Nerissa's ult during these magical shields. I have her in a bit of a crit damage build, so her attacks actually crit, and it's just enough to where Nastia's ult is coming back just in time to take down the magical shield in order for Numera to proc her ult during the weakened state, and that's a big part in maximizing the damage as well. And then yeah, here, see, I just rushed the boss at this point. I know I'm not going to take down the physical shields, so I just as soon as the magic phase is over and the boss switches to the physical state, I just start proccing ults and get as much damage down as possible. And if you'll see here, we just clear 38k, which is a personal best for this team. I could probably do 40 if Numera, she's got a thing in her kit where the Grithorm spikes restore her rage, so sometimes she'll get an extra hit in. And then Morden has something in his kit too. Sometimes he does more, sometimes he does less. If they both did more at the same time on the same run, might be able to get 40. But 60... we'll see after Morden's buff, and maybe who knows, maybe I get lucky with the soul stones. I haven't seen one of those for 6 months. Anywho, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate your time, and yeah, cheers.